Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here on a Monday. Got my guy Wayne, got my guy Al here today with me, man. How you doing today, Wayne?
What's going on, Jay? Man, appreciate you for having me. Ready to talk this NBA with you on a small card today, but there's always value as long as it's something to bet on.
For sure that, man. Small card, not my favorite card by far, but got both of y'all with me. I know we finna cook something up. How you doing today, Al?
Doing pretty good. Good to be back on. It's been a couple of days, man. Good to see you guys again.
Yes, sir, man. Off a crazy weekend, off of all the college hoops, man. It ain't gonna lie, it wasn't the best NBA weekend for me. You know, I kind of broke even on college hoops, so ready to bounce back this week. Uh, got some more college hoops later on this week, but a lot of NBA this week. Ready to lock back in. I had a great week last week. I want to keep that momentum rolling forward. So, without further ado, man, we could try to do just that. Like you said, we got 6 games on a Monday. Not my favorite games, but I'm finna cook it up for y'all, man. First game, we got the Pacers on the road facing the Hornets. Line's pretty much where it was this morning. It's now at Pacers -2. A lot of injuries for the Pacers. Halliburton looks like he's out. Matherin still looking questionable, doubtful, and Durarte. How you feeling, Wayne?
Feeling like Charlotte have nothing to play for in this one. They should come out motivated because they're on their home floor, but we know on their home floor they do not win games. They struggle to close. It definitely would have been something I would have liked more if I would have knew for sure that the Pacers we're going to play some of these players that you just mentioned that was on the injury report, but Pacers got everything to play for, man. They're still right here in the right behind the Bulls in the playoff spot. I'm not sure if that's their motivation to make it or not, but if it is, they definitely will have to win tonight in the game against the Charlotte, one of the worst teams in the league, and I'm gonna have to lean their way on this one. Line opened up, like you said, about 1.5. It's moving to 2, so it's kind of hitting to me that some of these players that are on that injury report will play. And yeah, Pacers hands down the better team. They slack on defense, but the Charlotte they play a little defense, but that's here and there. And I definitely don't think this is one of the nights they're going to come out and just want to prove a point and try to lock up the Pacers. So I'm gonna lean on the Pacers in this one.
I muted. For sure. That's the same way I was feeling this morning. I didn't fire it up, but I do lean Pacers. Like you said, much more to play for. Can still make the play in. I don't know if they quite get there. And with Halliburton out, it's really hard for me to want to take them on the road. But, the Hornets are also, like you said, one of the worst home teams in the NBA. They're actually third worst at 13-22 ATS at home. Have only covered in 37.1% of their home games. Don't really love them in this spot either. I do lean Pacers. What about you, Al?
Yeah, I think honestly, without Halliburton in the lineup, I think that the Hornets are the better team even without Ball. But again, what effort are we going to get from them? I think we get a better effort out of the Pacers. All that being said, I'd still lean towards the Hornets on the money line here. But I do expect Miles Turner to have himself a big game with the Hornets allowing the second most points to centers, fifth most rebounds to centers. So I'm looking at his over 27.5 points and rebounds tonight.
For sure,
I
man.
like that one. I like that one.
Yeah, I kind of like that prop too. It's a tough game. I can see Miles Turner getting his usage up there with no Halliburton in there to kind of facilitate some of that offense. Kind of having to play more through him, especially if Matherin and Durarte. I'm seeing them questionable, so I was hoping I was going to get some more news on these guys before game time, but I'm still just seeing flat out questionable. So we'll see with that.
Charlotte, Charlotte still with their backup center in there, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
seeing the
yeah,
report clear for Charlotte.
yeah. I like that one now. I like that one. Definitely look into that.
For sure, man. That's the first one on the board. We can head out to our next one. This was a little one more interesting. We got the Sixers, who are red hot. They're at home laying 8.5 on a Bulls team. That's I hate on the Bulls all the time. I call them the most inconsistent team in the NBA. I'll give them some credit though. They playing some pretty good basketball right now, and they've played themselves into the play-in. Now currently in the 10th spot in the Eastern Conference. They've won 4 of their last 5. They won their last 2 road games as well in Denver and in Houston. Do they keep this one competitive in Philadelphia today? How you feeling, Wayne?
I'm feeling like they can, Jay. You know, they beat this team on the road already. They did not have Embiid though, so there's a whole different animal. But I think Vujicic is one of them players. I'm not gonna say he can lock out Embiid, but his style of play can keep Embiid away from the rim and have him a little bit less effective. And in this situation, the Bulls are actually 5-2 on the season when they're in the +7 and +9 area, while Philadelphia is 1-3 when they're -7 and -9. So that bodes well for the Bull. But another angle I got in this one I like a lot more is Bulls money line first quarter, man. This Philly team, they're coming off a 3-game road trip, and we seen last time when they came off a 4-game road trip and they had to play Portland, they came out slow, and Portland smacked them up in the first half, in the first quarter and the first half, and Philly ended up getting a 1 point lead because Portland can't close, and I can see something like that happening in this game. Bulls, they play good in the first half, one of the best fourth best first quarter teams, and I can see them coming out here and playing. Reason why I want to go first quarter more so than a full game, because believe it or not, even with Zach LaVine and DeRozan, one of the Bulls' main problems for me, they play good defense, offense, but they struggle to close, man. There ain't a lot of games at the end of the fourth quarter. You would think they wouldn't have this problem with players like LaVine and DeRozan, but I'm not sure if the coach isn't drawing up the right plays. If they're just not getting it done when it's coming down the stretch. A lot of these games, they'll be in it, whether they're down 4 or up 4. They find a way to blow it. So with that being said, I just love the value with them in the first quarter, and I'll take a shot at that +160 on the first quarter, or plus the 3 points. And I lean towards the Bulls at the 8.5 with them being 5-2 in that scenario and already beating Philly.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Wayne. I love that first quarter with the Bulls. That was not even on my radar, but I love that. I could see this being a sleepy spot to start the game off for the Sixers. You just hammered why it's a great spot for the Bulls. I can make the argument why it's a great spot to fade the Sixers in this spot. 7 straight wins, 3 games just recently on the road, first home game back. Could be a little sleepy to start this basketball game. Like you said, that Portland game still is fresh in my mind. Embiid did come back and win that game, but Portland punched them in the mouth to start that one. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bulls, who, like I said, I have not been on the Bulls a ton. I don't really like this Bulls team. I'll be quite honest with you, everybody. But they've been playing great basketball recently, man, and have played the way in this play-in. I lean Bulls full game as well. I think you probably just tugged me on that Bulls first quarter +160 money line. I think that's probably a great place to be. How you feeling about this one, Al?
Yeah, kind of like that. I mean, I wouldn't go against it. At least be very careful going against it. That's for sure. Laying that kind of juice in this matchup, but especially that early. I kind of will take a look at the first half here. I like the Bulls getting 5 points in the first half. I think not only can they keep this game close, but it's usually where I like to back a dog. It's where I usually find most value in the dog is in that first half, as far as the point spreads are concerned, especially pregame. I think also we'll probably get a couple chances to maybe get a better number live too. So definitely I'm going with the Bulls first half here, +5.
For sure. Another place I probably, I kind of like that too, Al. I like the first quarter a little more, but I do like the first half still. I think if they jumped out to a first quarter lead, they can maintain it into the first half as well. And I'm getting 5. I will say the Sixers. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, sorry. I was gonna say that's usually I will go that way in most cases. Now this is the rare case where like the bench kind of really doesn't play. The Bulls, that's been one of their bigger problems this season. So maybe that first quarter look is the better look here. So yeah, maybe just either money line or plus the 3 in the first quarter. But I don't mind the +5 in the first half either.
For sure, the Sixers. I kind of think they're due for a go through the motions game. We've kind of seen the Nuggets do it recently. We've seen the Celtics do it recently. Where these top tier teams, they kind of just will go through the motions in some of these games, not take them as seriously. The Sixers, on the other hand, other than the Nuggets, which they kind of do, but not really, and the Celtics, the Sixers really want Embiid to get that MVP. They really want Embiid to get MVP. So they do kind of have a motivational factor, but I still lean Bulls plus the points. I like the way they've been playing. and I could see this being a sleepy spot early, Wayne. I really do like that first quarter, man. I'm putting that in. I ain't gonna lie to you. We head out to our next one. We got the Knicks at home, laying 8.5 on the T-Wolves, the house of disappointment. Ugly injury report for the Timberwolves here, man. Al, can you pull up the injury report for me in this one? I want to just make sure mine's correct.
I'm seeing Edwards questionable, Gobert questionable, Naz Reid questionable, Rivers questionable, Towns out obviously, and Noel doubtful. So yeah,
that's about what
I honestly questionable. Yeah, I think you mentioned this earlier today. I really don't think Edwards plays here. Gobert, honestly, as far as the point spread's concerned, is much less of a concern for me than Edwards playing here. But yeah, still, I mean, it might help you cover lines like this, getting a bunch of points. But definitely with Edwards out of the lineup, I mean, I'm expecting him to be out the lineup. Could be a tricky spot for the Wolves here.
Yeah, and that's how I'm feeling too. That's why I was hoping maybe, that's why I really wanted to do this show later on in the evening around this time, maybe even a little later, but to try to get ahead of some of this, or not ahead, but behind some of this injury news. Like the NBA got to do something about this, man. To be 3:00 game starting in about 3 hours and to still have everybody questionable for the T-Wolves is almost criminal. Like we should know if Anthony Edwards is playing. He was just in a walking boot 2 days ago, so y'all shouldn't be holding us hostage with the injury news. That's how I feel, bro. Like I really feel like that. Like,
man, it's been bad all season. It's kind of to the point where it's like I'm done complaining about it because I don't think they're gonna do nothing about it. So it's like you just gotta cap it how it is, man. If you gotta feel like somebody's not gonna play, you better just jump on the line and kind of hate to assume, but what else can you do?
You for sure right. How you feel about this one?
Man, it's one of them things where you think that the Timberwolves being a decently good team, mid-pack team right on the outside of this playoffs in this messy West, that with them getting all these points, they'll cover. But man, if you look at the Knicks, this is the team that I wasn't thrilled on at the beginning of the season, but they've really earned my respect. It's one of them things like where all their guys are hooping well. I love their bench, and they got a bunch of guys on this team, which I like, that are not as scared to take the big shot, like Barrett, Grimes, my boy power forward Randall. None of these guys.
My guy Brunson.
None of these. When you got that many guys ready to take the big shot and willing, not as scared to lose, man, it's actually kind of scary. Not alone with the defense, the 3-point shooting, the 3-point defense. These guys are all over the stat sheet, and I'm really loving this team. And with that being said, they're if you feel like they're going to win, they're going to cover. In their last 10, they're 7-3 straight up, and they're 7-3 ATS. And not only that, this Timberwolves team, when they're getting this many points, they are 2-4 in the season. And when New York is favorite in the 7-9 range, they're 3-1-1 in the season. So all that bows up to me is New York's gonna come out here and smack these boys today. It might be close early, but with no Edwards, I have no choice but to take New York and the -8 right here.
For sure. Al, who'd you take right here in this one again?
I didn't get my pick out yet. I was just going through that injury report.
Who you got?
But you mentioned it potentially being close and early, but I don't think it'll be within 3 points, especially if Edwards is out, which I'm expecting, as I said earlier. So as of right now, I got to back the Knicks -3 in the first quarter. If Edwards plays, I'll grab as many points as I can get with the Timberwolves full game.
Yeah, for me, I know I rarely like the house of disappointment with their guys, Gobert and Edwards. I really don't want them without them. So
I hate them when they got a full starting lineup. I don't like it.
So I lean Knicks in this one. Knicks should put it to them. The reason I didn't fire this one up is the Knicks, they're not even a positive ATS team at home. Let me pull it up. Knicks ATS at home, they're 16, 17, and 3. 48.5% ATS at home. So about a 50-50 I more so like betting the Knicks on the road, as the Knicks are the best road cover team in the NBA. The Road Warriors is what I call them, man. I love betting the Knicks on the road. At home. In lane 8.5. They should do it. They should do it. The lean is there to the Knicks. I was hoping we had this injury news out with but like Al said this morning, I did say I don't think Edwards plays. He was just in a walking boot. I don't think he plays.
Hopefully we'll get it by the drive-through.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have it by the drive-through. I'm on there tonight, and I know Al is, so probably chop it up with Tony T then about that. But no, I don't think Edwards plays tonight, and I think Rivers, Gobert, and Reed have been in this same thing for like the last 3-4 games as well. So I would, it's hard, but I don't think they play. Yeah.
I love Reed, so I would like him to play if you are going to back Minnesota. But Rivers, he can play and not play, and he's from Orlando, and what his play this year is just I don't care if he plays or not. But yeah, if Reed plays, that'll definitely help out Minnesota. But Knicks on fire. Last 10 games, 7-3 against ATS. I know Jay said they don't play that good at home, but I definitely think this is a good spot where they can show out a little bit. Full health. I like them.
I can see it.
Both teams do well in this spot. 8-2 against the spread as road favorites, the Knicks, and the Timberwolves 11-4 against the spread as home dogs. So interesting. It should be a good matchup, at least as far as the spread's concerned. But yeah,
for sure. We head out to our next one, man. I think this is actually the toughest game on the board. I really do. I'm torn in this game. Got the Warriors laying 11 on the Rockets. We know that everybody knows the story with the Warriors, man. They're the worst road team in the NBA. Like it's known fact. They're terrible. They're trash. They don't win on the road, man. They have 6 wins out there all season, like 28 losses. They're terrible. And the Rockets have been playing well, but why is the line 11? I know why. It's because the Rockets are on a back-to-back. They played yesterday, but still. I lean Rockets, but I got a gut feeling today is the 20-point win on the road for the Warriors. I'm going to stay away, man. I don't know what to do with this one. I'll toss it to you first, Al. How you feeling?
Yeah, it's really hard to back, really, when you think about these numbers. Any team here, if I had to take a shot, I'd probably just go with the points. And, it's not going to be pretty, but you're just going to hope they cover this number. And, you'd be sweating the other side of that too, I think, unless they come out and just blow them out. So where I like the Warriors here is first quarter -3.5. Then after that, I'd probably start leaning Rockets first half and maybe full game as well.
What about you, Wayne? How you feeling?
This was pretty simple to me. I see Jalen Green and Sengun on the injury report. If both of those guys play, I'm gonna go ahead and take the points with the Rockets. I like the way they've been playing lately. Full health, at home. These guys have been covering. I believe they're 6-4 or 6-3-1 in their last 10 as far as ATS wise. They've been actually playing hard and competing. I don't think they win this game, but you can give me 11 points with a fully healthy Rocket squad. I'll take it. But on the other side of that, if one of them guys don't play, those are their top 2 players, in my opinion, Jalen Green and Sengun. If one of those guys don't play, you got to take the Warriors here, even as bad as they've been playing on the road. If you just go to the head-to-heads, they do smack up on the Rockets, beating them by about 15 in their last 2. But, yeah, if the Rockets are if one of those guys sits, I'll take the Warriors. But if both of those guys come in healthy, give me the 11.
Yeah, I am seeing Green and Sagoon on this injury report. Those are 2 huge guys, man, for this Rockets team. Rockets have been playing well, man, but I don't like this back-to-back for them. They haven't performed well in back-to-back situations all season, and I know they've been hot recently, but in that same breath, this is still the Houston Rockets. And this is still the Golden State Warriors. And
do you take into consideration?
What were you going to say?
Do you take into consideration when the younger teams are on back-to-back?
I do, but I don't. So I do because, yes, they should perform better because they're younger and all that great stuff. But in that same breath, I look at the stats, too. And the stats say that the Rockets on back-to-backs. I wish I had it. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't have it right here in front of me, but they're not good they're not good on the back-to-back situation. The
I
Rockets, I
got
think
you.
they're
3-8 against the spread
3-8.
on no
I
rest.
was
Yeah.
just gonna say, I think it's like 3-8 in back-to-backs, man. So they just haven't been performing in these situations, and I feel like we're continuously poking the bear in the Golden State Warriors. And
What if I?
this line opened this morning at what, 10? Why does it keep going up to 11? Like, I don't know.
The injuries, I'm guessing, yeah. 'Cause I don't think
You
they were
think the injuries
questionable.
did it?
Were they questionable this morning?
I don't quite remember. I don't know, man. It's a tough one for me. It's a tough one. I can see this as a get right game for the Warriors, a 20-point road win, and we're all like, oh man, and I feel like the money's on the Rockets too. I feel like everybody's just finally waking up to the Warriors on the road, and it's the spot where they possibly wake up. But do I want to bet that they do? Of course not. I don't. So no action for me. I'm staying away from this one.
I think they popped up on the injury report this afternoon, so that probably had a lot to do with it. And yeah, that's not a good sign, as we've mentioned before. So yeah, I agree. It's going to be a lot tougher to back them if they don't play, and definitely make my favorite play on that Warriors first quarter for sure for now.
Lex Steele, this is the $1 million question right here. This is the $1 million question. Let's pick between two evils. Which one do you trust more? Rockets on a back-to-back, one of the worst teams in the NBA, or the worst road team in the NBA in the Golden State Warriors, man?
At this point, I got to try to get some of my Warriors money back.
I feel you.
My Warriors road money, to be more precise. Yeah.
I feel you, man. We head out to our next one, man. We got my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. We're on the road in Memphis in this one. My guy, LD, is listed out. No Luka Doncic tonight. My guy, Tim Hardaway Jr. popped up on his injury report, man. And I'm seeing Kyrie still questionable. So it's a tough one. If Kyrie plays, I'm on the Mavs money line for sure. I think they win this basketball game. I think Memphis is due for some regression. John Morant was eligible to come back for this one, but he's listed out due to conditioning. Why wasn't he conditioning the 8 games he was out? I don't know.
Yeah, but, I don't think that's the real reason behind that one for sure.
Then I saw some reports after I said that this morning that he should be back Wednesday for their next game. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm leaning my Mavs in this one, man. The Grizzlies, they do go stupid, dummy crazy at home, but I love the way my Mavs showed up in that game against the Lakers, man. Kyrie with that swing to Maxey for the game winner. Like, those are things that boost teams' morale. And I could see, my Mavs going on a little run. We're back in that 6 seed right now. We can low-key get up to like 4 if we put a few games together. The Grizzlies still without their star player. They did beat up on the Warriors, but we know the Warriors are not that good out there. Is it time for a little regression from the Grizzlies, or do they keep rolling? How you feeling, Wayne? Can you hear me? I'll toss it to you then. How you feeling?
All right. Yeah, first of all, can we cut AD some slack? I know maybe he's not always playing, like Superman or whatever, but he did try to pick up someone that was left wide open when he left Kleber wide open. And I would rather give a 3-up, maybe not in that situation, but I'd rather give an open 3 than an open layup up any day. So, you still got to make that shot. That layup's supposed to be automatic. So, in that situation, maybe you don't want to give up the 3 when you are supposed to be the better team. You're supposed to win it in overtime, if anything. So you shouldn't sweat the 2-pointer so much. But again, it's probably a bit more of an instinct to just kind of pick up the guy under the hoop that's wide open. Anyway, that was just bad defense all around. It wasn't just him. So that switch was horrible on the screen. It's all bad. But anyway, back to this game now. I'm completely lost. Sorry. It's a tricky one. No Doncic. Irving, questionable. He played the last one, so I don't know why he's this questionable this late. They should have a better idea of whether he's playing or not. But I think he plays, you said, and I'll take the Mavs here, first quarter, money line.
For sure. How you feeling this one, Wayne?
Man, I seen this line move big time since the last time I looked at it.
Since this morning it has. It was like 1.5, 2. Now shut up to 5.
Hey man, I will go ahead and take those points with the Mavs and still take a money line. There, you got a little bit better on them. I know Doncic isn't playing, but hey, I hate to say it, man. As good as their record shows, but I'm not a big believer in this Memphis team. Definitely not without Morant. I know they play good without him, and I know they play good at will. But man, I still don't like their bench. I still feel like against the right teams, they struggle to score. So if Mavs come out here smoking hot, they can rattle them up on defense, man. I can see the Mavs coming in here and getting this win despite the live movement because of the injuries and stuff. I still think it's a good spot for the Mavs right here, man. I'm not bolting into that -5. That's just more points for the Mavs and better money to make with the Mavs on the night.
Yeah, I'm on my Mavs tonight, man. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I think we pulled this one out today.
I like
I bet him
Tyus
on the.
Jones. Tyus Jones to have over 7.5 assists. He's been back-to-back double-doubles, I think. And your Mavs giving up fourth most assists to point guard. So look for him to be a big part of this offense.
For sure. I bet my Mavs this morning before even the show. I got in early. I thought Kyrie. I really need Kyrie to play tonight. I'm gonna be honest. I need my guy Reed in there tonight. I think he plays though. He played in the last one. The momentum should swing our way. Grizzlies are due for a little regression. I can see this one being a flat spot for Memphis. We'll see if it comes to fruition tonight down there in M. We got to our next one. This line has grown too now. We got the Kings laying 6.5 on this Utah Jazz team. Injury news coming out. Markkanen out. Clarkson out. Sexton out. Herter also out for the Kings. How you feeling about this one, Wayne?
I feel like the Jazz are trying their best to lose this one, but I feel like somehow they come out and still cover this one. Take this Big Al stat that he gave out last time when the Jazz were going against Boston, and that was a game where I sat and watched, and I'm like, okay, is this stat gonna come through, or is the better team gonna win? And Jazz 9-1 at home as home dogs on the ATS, and they beat Boston outright in that game. So they're in the same scenario. Dogs at home. I know Jazz are trying to lose this one with the players they're benching, but I still like them to cover here, man. I can definitely see them coming out and playing hard on their home court where they do play well in the underdog spot and doing enough to cover. Don't think they win, but I do think they cover. I'll take the extra points with the Jazz. One more thing, my ear pod had died on me, but I did want to mention in that Warriors game, when they have the rest advantage, the Warriors ATS are only 5-11-1. So just be careful on that. That definitely just because you think the Rockets are coming off back-to-backs, and like y'all mentioned their Rockets record, the Warriors definitely ain't smoking people just because they got a rest advantage on them. They actually play pretty bad in that scenario. But back to this game, I lean Jazz. I haven't bet this game. A lot of variables in this one that is hard to cap. So, but I definitely lean Jazz the way they play, and the underdog role is kind of a trap game right here for me.
For sure, for sure. How you feeling, Al?
Yeah, so the line's been moving up a little bit in this one. So where I like the Kings is I like the first quarter laying 2 points. I think they're the better team. They're playing the better basketball right now. I don't see why they don't at least come out strong, whether they cover the number or not. Different story, but I like them to come out strong and at least get out to a good start and win this first quarter by 2 points.
Yeah, for me in this one, I haven't bet this one yet. I was waiting on that news, but I'll probably go ahead and lay that 6.5 with Sacramento. Sacramento is, I know I always talk about the Knicks on the road, but looking at it now, Sacramento is just as good. And right behind them is my favorite money-making team, the Thunder Buddies. But Sacramento at 23-12 on the road, ATS, have covered in 65.7% of their road games. This will also be their fourth road game in their last 5 games, and they won all 4 of those. I mean, they've been going crazy on the road. No Markkanen, no Clarkson, no Sexton. Who's really playing for the Jazz today? The Jazz, we were making a lot of money betting them at home early in the season. Recently, they've been okay, but I don't want them here in this spot. They got the win against the Celtics in the last one. I think today they probably get steamrolled. The Kings have been in that mode coming out of the break. Only 2 losses. I really don't want to fade them in this spot, man. I'm gonna roll with them honestly. They should probably it should be a double-digit win for the Kings. I would say a lot of teams. I do get nervous about some of these teams in these situations. Kind of needing a cool off period. But in that same breath, the Kings, I feel like, is an organization that hasn't had no success in the last few years. They want all the success they can get in this one year. So, this is a team that does have some motivation to play for. They got some generational curses to break. So I think the Kings probably keep it rolling. The first 2 meetings were competitive with the Jazz losing the first one by 1 and losing the second one by 2. But I think the Kings probably roll them here.
Both of them do good in this role. I'm definitely gonna want to watching the Kings defense. Anytime somebody sits this many players on you, I hope that they can win and cover this, and I hope that they bring the defense. The offense, of course, they're number one with offense, but when they're sitting this many guys, man, it's about time for them to start cranking up that defense. A couple games away, it's almost playoff time. They're gonna be playing some good teams. Got to bring the defense if you want to win. So.
For sure, man. That's all 6 games. Yeah, I know what time it is, man. Time to cook up a parlay. It's 3 of us today, so we all got one leg, man. Who gonna be the one to mess up the parlay today? I'm just kidding, man. But nah, for sure. Let's cook it up, man. What order y'all want to go in? It don't matter. I can go first. I can go second. I can go last. It don't matter.
Don't matter.
If anybody got
You
one,
been first yet?
I don't think I've been first. I'll go first. I'll go first. I rarely do this, man, but I'm going to fade the Sixers today. Give me the Bulls. I think they can keep that game competitive. I like the way they've been playing recently. 4 of their last 5 winning. I think Sixers could come out kind of sleepy. I'm going to go them plus the 8.5 in that one for my leg. Either one of y'all could go. It doesn't really matter.
I'll go next if you need more time, Al.
Oh, whatever. I got mine, but you could go next. No problem.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Cause
I'll go Tyus Jones over 7.5 assists.
We want a game, Al.
You want a game? Hornets money line.
Hornets money line?
Not best.
I prefer the assist prop a lot more, but
the only reason I say that everybody can't parlay. I can, but everybody can't parlay.
Yeah, if you can't, then yeah, definitely I'd go Hornets money line. But if you can, I'd go Jones over assists.
Jones over assists. All right. Dang, man, I hate to do it, but I actually kind of love it.
God, crack me up.
Knicks 8.5, man. Buy it down if you need to. You're that scared of it, taking money line, but Knicks. I like Knicks minus 8.5.
For sure. So, let's see. We went. Al sounded a little nervous about that Hornets, but
I really don't love that play, but I don't mind his plus money too. So
I'm gonna roll with the Knicks. I'm gonna roll with them Bulls. I'm a little nervous about them Hornets. I don't really like them Hornets today, Al.
Take Jones.
Hey, it's plus 655. Not a bad payout, but we're gonna be praying for the Hornets.
All right, man. Let's get it done, man. If the Hornets mess us over, then we're gonna. I need everybody to @ Al Ninos on Twitter. Say it was all his fault. It was don't come in my comments tomorrow talking about I messed up the parlay. Blame it on Al if it's I'm playing. Yeah.
I'll take it.
For sure, man. But yeah, we're gonna go with that 3-teamer then. We're gonna cook it up. Hornets, Bulls, Knicks. It's been our guys, man. It's been Jay Briggs with my guy Wayne Scott and Al. Me, I got my $15 NBA Jam Session play still up there for sale. I got a hockey play up there for y'all today as well. Over at Pickdawgz Premium. Y'all can scoop both of those up over there. What you got for sale today, Wayne?
I have one play in college and actually starts in the next 15 minutes. And I have one play in the NBA, but I don't have it for sale. I may put it out, but I think just going to leave it for my long-term people. So help on that long-term 3-day, 7-day, monthly pass, man. Let's cash out for the month.
For sure. What you got for sale today, Al?
3-pack in the NBA, 3-pack in the NHL. College basketball went off, and a couple extra plays still for everyone on the long-term passes. So yeah, good time for those, or the 2-for-1 capper specials.
For sure. I'm giving Al some hell, but
Tell you what, if I lose this parlay, pair those two up. How about that?
weren't you number one last week on the 7-day leaderboard?
Believe I still am,
yeah. So I'm giving Al hell, but he been hot, so maybe we'll show up today, man. We'll see, man. It's been your guy Jay Briggs, man, with Wayne and Al. I'm on the drive through tonight. I think Al is too. So I'll see y'all later on, man. We out of here. Let's make some money today. Peace.